The topic for discussion is shipping cargo, its classifications, tariffs, and charges involved in carriage of goods from place to place. We all know that a wide range of cargo is being transported every day for the purpose of trading, consumption, and manufacturing. So, whatever may be the purpose, the cargo has to be carried safely and securely from the origin to destination. That too, while talking internationally, the cargo it travels for a very long period to reach the destination. So, the car for the purpose of safe carriage, the cargoes or we call the goods has been divided into various segregation for carrying it safely. So here today we are going to discuss about the various classification of cargo and what are the charges involved in carriage of goods and what are the tariffs which is levied on the goods for which is being transferred internationally. Yes. So how do we transfer the cargo internationally? So there are different modes of transportation which is available. We have roadways, we have railways, airways and waterways. And liquid cargo is also carried through pipelines now. So out of all this mode of transportation, talking about international transfer of cargoes, the majority of or the maximum amount of cargo is being transferred internationally through seaways. So the report says that through the oceans, the cargo has been carried in an abundant way. So here the classifications are being done according to its nature, according to the inherent nature of the cargo and what are the risks involved in carriage of a particular cargo. So based on that, the cargo is being classified. One. So here today we are going to discuss about what are the various types of cargo and how this cargo can be carried safely. For example, through which type of vessel it can be carried safely and at the same time what are the risks involved in in carrying this particular type of cargo and what are the safety measures which can be taken by the carriers for safe mode of transportation. So these are all the aspects which we are going to discuss in the first part of the video. And the second part we are going to discuss about the various tariffs involved in carriage of goods from a place to place. And the third part we are going to discuss about the charges involved in this transfer of goods. So this is what the overall plan of discussion on this particular video is. Okay. So here, when we carry cargo internationally, we use the uh, sea mode of transportation. So now we are going to discuss about how the charges are levied in a sea mode of transportation. So here the objective is to carry the cargo safely. There is no doubt in it. But at the same time, we are all very much concerned about the cost involved in carriage of particular cargo. So how this cost is being levied, or we call that when we carry cargo from one place to another place, the cost involved in that is being called as freight charges. So how this charge is being levied? So it is based on two aspects. One is cost per ton of the cargo and fuel per ton transported for carrying a particular cargo. So based on these aspects, the carriers they used to levy the freight charges. So whatever is the purpose here when a cargo is carried through seaways, the major important criteria which is going to decide its cost is the type of vessel which is used to carry that particular cargo. So based on that only the cost for the cargo is being levied. Okay, so now let us discuss on the various types of cargo. So there are around 8 categories of classifications which is being done for carrying a cargo through sea mode of transportation. So number one is foodstuffs, livestock and animals, gas-based fuels, cars and other vehicles, machineries, equipments and factory parts, dry bulk cargoes, liquid bulk cargoes, chemical, hazardous and toxic products. So these are the 8 classifications which is done in order to carry a cargo safely. Yes, the first type of cargo is shipping of foodstuffs. So we all know that the main major item which is being transported from a place, one place to another place, or from continent to another continent is all foodstuffs. So it holds the major part, right? So foodstuffs, what is the nature of this goods? We all know that foodstuffs in the sense it is of more perishable nature. It must be carried freshly, it must be packed properly, and it must be frozen according to its nature, and it's some few kind of cargo is partially processed, and various other different varieties of cargo we have in foodstuffs. So here, then, what are the risks involved in carrying these foodstuffs? Yes, we all know that it is 100% risk involved. Cargo is foodstuffs or its high perishable nature. So it is having the risk of very short lifespan time. It is having more. It is more sensitive. It is having, or it takes that is there is a particular period of temperature has to be maintained in order to have its originality. There is more possibility of that is what to say damages or spoilage will take place due to the factor which is called as free surface effect. Like we all know that you would have studied in your school days that the moisture which takes place when we close a container which is hot or which is very cold. We when we close it, some moisture content, inherent moisture content will make some spoilage. It creates inside and it spoils the cargo. So inherent nature itself will spoil the cargo. So that is the high risk which we have in foodstuffs. So yes, we all know that it is having high risk. And how this cargo can be carried easily now. So what type of vessel can be used? We can use the reefer vessels or we with bulk carriers. So bulk carriers in the sense with the name you can understand that it is carried in bulk form. Bulk goods can be carried. It is a bulk carrier. Along with that, it should be a reefer vessel. What is a reefer vessel? It is a refrigerated vessel. So which is having the automatic control of the temperature and the humidity. So when this is being controlled according to the nature of the cargo, we can control the artificial environment inside the transit or inside the vessel during the transit. Sorry. So this is what the type of vessel which we can use in carrying a foodstuff. And so finally, when this cargo we need to carry it very safely, what we have to do? The solution for that is we must use the reefer ships that maintains the temperature below 0 degrees Celsius. And even the containers which we use to carry that also must have this control, and we must use bulk carriers to carry this because the bulk carriers will be having all the high-tech controls in carrying that particular cargo because it has all kind of facilities which is related to that. So when we use this foodstuffs can be carried safely from one place to another place. Here comes the second one, the livestock and animals. So it's a mega part of livestock and animals is also being shipped or carried from one country to another country. So what kind of goods it is? It is like cattle, sheep, goats, pigs, deers and horses. So what is the risk involved in carrying? Of course, we all know that they're all live animals. We can't predict what kind of, or we, it is uncertain that how it behaves. So we need to make all precautions according to its nature and according to its behaviors. So that is the risk involved in carrying this particular cargo. For example, like the feeding nature will not be same for all type of animals which we carry. At the same time, the survival, what kind of like temperature is needed to carry. For example, if it is chicks, we need to maintain some hot temperature. If it is of horses from certain countries, we need to maintain the humidity at that level. pigs, we need to maintain that particular humidity. So it depends on the animal and its inherent nature. So that is what the big risk involved in this. And this risks can be reduced by using this particular type of vessel, which is called as modified bulk carriers or specialized vessels. So we can use the specialized vessels for carrying these kind of livestock and animals so that it reaches the particular destination without any problem or without any infects which it creates a problem for its life. So that vessels can be used. And what is the solution for carrying it safely? What are the measures we have to take to carry its very safety measures undertaken? Is we can easily do this compartmentalization. So the decks has to be made into different compartments, and that protects that is the animal from um, other that is meeting the other animal, or it may not be disturbed by the other one. That is one thing which we can do. And the other